Greetings. Welcome to a gentle practice, beginning with some modified salutations and completing with some restorative hip work on our back. So we're going to begin by transitioning slowly into our practice by inhaling and extending the arms overhead and exhaling to draw the palms together at the heart space. Twice more. Allowing yourself to get grounded, settling into the space that you've set aside for yourself today. Transitioning slowly onto your hands and knees. Start with a few cat-cows, inhaling to melt and exhaling to round. Spreading the fingers wide. Tucking the toes on the inhale, letting the hips fall back perhaps. Exhaling to lift the back of the heart as the crown and the tail fall. 2 more breaths, just like this. Waking up the spine, the feet, the fingers. And connecting breath to movement. When it feels right to you, inhaling to tuck the toes and exhaling, pressing into the fingers and the feet to find your downward facing dog. Let the head turn gently from side to side. Release the head and neck completely. Pedal through the feet, shifting weight from one heel to the other. One hip to the other. You might even look underneath one armpit and then the other. Allowing for a nice stretch through the side bodies. Awakening the calf muscles. Awakening the feet. And we'll begin to move into our modified salutation. Inhaling as we roll through the spine, we lift the heels and imagine a marble is rolling through the spine as we come forward to a plank position. Exhaling, we bend knees and elbows, taking the heart space right down between the hands. Inhaling, we come to a low cobra, tops of the feet pressing, heart pulling forward. Exhaling, we press back to a child pose. You might even choose to separate the knees here. Drop the hips, release the head, release the elbows. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Inhaling here, we rise up to our knees in camel pose. You'll see here that I use a blanket underneath my knees and lower leg bones. Highly recommend honoring the joints. Having compassion for the body in your practice. Pressing into the tops of the feet, rolling the heart high, we melt the elbows and the shoulders back. Take another breath here, drop the chin towards the chest, allowing the back of the neck to remain open and at ease. With your next breath, we roll up over the center and then slide the hands forward to land in our down dog as we exhale. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. 2 more big breaths here. Checking in to avoid collapse in the shoulders. We want to spread the fingers, open the armpits, and lengthen the spine. Feel free to soften the knees to get more access to that space in the spine. Sometimes when we straighten the legs, it means that we're rounding our low back. So allow for the bend in the knees to get even even more length and space in the spine. Inhaling to come forward to plank again. Exhaling as you lower, bending knees, elbows, heart to the space between the hands. Inhaling to your low cobra. Exhaling to pull back to child pose. Deep breath in. Drop the weight of the arms, drop the weight of the head, drop the weight of the hips. Exhaling completely. We inhale to rise back up. Finding our camel pose. Hips soft, heart high, elbows drawing back. Keep releasing the pelvis, releasing the glutes. Supporting the sacrum with your hands, fingers sliding down as if they were in your back pockets. With your next breath, we come up and over, and then slide the hands forward once again. Exhaling, downward facing dog. 3 big breaths here. Again, release the head and neck. Activate the fingers and the feet. Soften the knees as you need to extend the spine. Opening the armpits, avoiding collapse. Inhaling, rolling through the spine. Once again, we articulate as we come forward. We exhale, bending knees and elbows, lowering the heart and chin towards the earth. We inhale to our low cobra, and we press back to our child pose. Take a deep breath in, and a deep exhale. Inhaling to our camel again. Rolling open, hips soft, heart high. Check in with the back of your neck, perhaps dropping the chin to open up the back of the neck, avoiding strain in this pose, activating into the tops of the feet or tucking them under. Hips are soft, heart is high. One more breath here. Coming up and over, we transition last time, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep exhale. 2 more breaths here, heels dropping, fingers spreading, tailbone rising. We're going to pedal our feet and walk them towards the front of the mat, hanging down like a rag doll. Feet are hip distance apart. Belly to thighs. We grab opposite elbows and we release completely. Let the spine surrender over the legs. Knees are bent, toes are spreading, head is heavy. Interlacing hands behind the back. Rolling the shoulders now, let them fall open. Let the arm bones drop away from the body. Keep dropping the skull, dropping the arms, melting the shoulders. Releasing the arms slowly. Find your feet and separate them a little bit wider, maybe even the pinky toes touching the outside edges of the mat. We're going to grab our ankles or our big toes and bend the knees deeply, lowering the pelvis in a flat back position on the inhale. Exhaling, the head falls, the tail floats. We hollow the belly. Inhale, flat back position. Exhale, folding forward, belly button to the back of the heart. Inhale, deep bend in the knees. Exhale, deep contraction in the abdomen. 2 more times. We're going to take our bend in the knees now and separate the toes a little bit, opening them outwards so that our knees and our ankles are comfortable. We're We're going to take our time finding our way into a prayer squat. Breath or two here, sinking the pelvis but lifting the heart at the same time. We're going to open up, reaching one arm towards the earth, keeping elbow and knee connected, and the other arm up and away. With your next breath, transitioning, switching arms, finding an opening across the shoulder, gently surrendering in the hips. Bringing things back to neutral, we're going to allow ourselves to lower down, sitting completely onto the mat now. Soles of the feet come together in front of us. We drop the knees open, letting the shoulders fall, letting the knees fall. We're going to keep thinking about lifting from the crown of the head. Knees are dropping, groins are melting, spine is engaged. So we're lifting from the back of the heart, and with each exhale, we draw the belly button in and up. Relax your arms. Maybe you can just let them rest on the legs. Taking a couple more breaths here. Here, we're going to keep right knee bent, and we're going to extend the left leg long, Janushirasana. We're taking our forward fold, continuing to release in the hips, as well as opening up the back of that extended leg. Keep an eye on your toes, keep flexing them and separating them. Drop the bent knee away from the body, let it fall, let it be heavy here. And then elongate the spine. Draw the heart toward the toes and hollow the belly with each exhale. Deep breathing here. It might feel nice to take the opposite hand to the outside of your extended leg and give yourself a little bit more of leverage as you extend the spine towards that long leg. At the bottom of the next exhale, we're going to rise up and transition here to a twist. Stacking the right knee upward, the sole of the foot is flat, either to the inside or the outside of that long leg. Hugging the right knee with your arm, rotating towards the leg. We want to keep the crown of the head over the tailbone, keeping both sit bones grounded. That long leg stays active, toes are flexed. And we use the right hand behind us to help lift the spine. So if you find that you're falling back here, press gently down into that back hand to lift the spine to a nice vertical position. 2 more breaths here. Exhaling and contracting the belly button as you draw the left shoulder towards the right knee. Unwinding slowly. We're going to give that right knee a little hug. Let your right elbow take it. Let your left hand take your right foot and slowly lift it up, cradling your leg gently like a baby. Take a few breaths here, gently rocking and exploring motion. You might choose to extend and bend the leg. You might hug it a little closer. Whatever feels right to you in that right hip. The spine stays upright, the left leg stays active. We're going to take a hold of the right big toe with your right hand, or right finger, index finger. So we take yogi toe lock here. Index and thumb hooking around the right big toe. We can extend the leg slowly and then lower it just as slowly. Hollowing the belly, keeping active in the abdomen, and lowering the foot with control. Bending the left knee, we'll extend in Janu Sirsasana. Reaching forward over the right leg. Breathing deeply here. Left knee dropping, right toes active, spine lengthening. Avoid collapsing in the shoulders and dropping the head. Instead, roll the shoulders back and draw the spine forward. Hollow the belly with each exhale. Again, the opposite hand might be happy coming across to the outside of your long leg, reaching the spine, giving yourself a little bit more leverage. The left knee keeps falling to the earth, getting a release in that left hip, as well as the opening in the back of the right leg. Slowly rising up. We're going to take our twist, sole of the left foot flat to the inside or outside of the long leg. We hug that knee with our opposite arm and we take our twist towards the knee. Right shoulder towards the left knee. Left hand is gently pressing down to keep the alignment of the spine. We can turn the head from side to side and make sure that the neck is relaxed. Ultimately, the chin can hover over the heart. Active right foot, active left foot, hugging with the right arm. 2 more breaths here. Abdomen contracting with the breath. Coming back around, we're going to hold the left knee with your left elbow. Take a hold of the foot with your right hand and start to play gently as if you're cradling the lower leg bone like a baby. Maybe we want to extend a little bit and release a little bit. Maybe we're hugging that foot towards the shoulder. We might even grab with the other elbow. Taking your time here. Breathing into the left hip, exploring any motions that feel right to you, holding that left leg in the arms. We're going to gently extend now, reaching the left index and thumb around the left big toe. We extend the leg slowly, again, lifting and lengthening. Rather than hunching, we want to let the shoulders drop, the abdomen engage, and once again we're going to lower super slow motion, controlling our descent. Here we inhale, both arms are high. We exhale, folding forward, Paschimottanasana. Deep breathing here, heels pressing away from the body. Toes flexing back towards the body. Leg bones falling to the floor. Take another breath here, hollowing the belly on the exhale. Inhaling, we're reaching up overhead again, finding our tall spine. And then exhaling, we're going to hold underneath our knees, bending the knees so that the soles of the feet are flat. And we're going to control our descent, rolling down slowly through the spine. Pausing here, finding a nice neutral spine. We'll go ahead and draw the right knee into the chest and lower the left leg long and heavy. Taking a few breaths here, relaxing the right hip. Sometimes it feels nice to jiggle the knee a little bit. Convince that right hip flexor to let go. Bending the left knee again, the right ankle crosses the left knee. Here we can hang here, just gently inviting the knee away from the body, or we can draw the left knee towards the body. Breathing a little more deeply into the right hip. Sometimes I like to gently rock in this position. A subtle movement of the left knee from side to side gives me even more access to that right hip. Deep, consistent breathing. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Every once in a while, it might feel nice to exhale through the mouth, letting out any stagnant energy that's been released from your joints. Placing the left foot on the floor. The right knee crosses the left knee. The arms are open. The hips and the left foot start to move towards the right side of the mat. And then we drop the knees towards the left. Stacking the right hip over the left, the head can fall away from the knees. If you're sensitive in the right shoulder, take some support underneath the shoulder. Maybe a block or a pillow nearby will give you the opportunity to melt in the shoulder without any strain. Relaxing the groins, relaxing the right hip, relaxing the right shoulder, relaxing the jaw. Take another giant breath here and exhale through the mouth. Releasing the cross of the knees. Walk the feet slowly back towards neutral. Adjust the pelvis and take a moment here. When you're ready, left knee comes into the body, right leg releases long and heavy. Again, we pause to observe the release in the hips. A gentle jiggle in the left knee might help. A reminder to drop the weight of that right leg completely. Surrendering in the hips here. Letting gravity do the work. Transitioning, ankle to knee. Left ankle, right knee. Maybe the foot stays on the floor. We gently encourage the left knee away from the body. Maybe the knee comes towards the body. We hug it with our hands and gently continue to explore the left hip. Remember that you can control any strain you might feel in your knee, your bent knee here, by sliding the foot further across, decreasing torque in that knee and keeping the sensation in the hip. A gentle rock of the supporting knee, whether the foot is on the floor or lifted, can give you a little bit more access to that left hip. Keep breathing consistently and deeply. Go ahead and release slowly. Sole of the right foot falling, left knee crossing, arms relaxed at your sides. We adjust the sole of the right foot and the pelvis towards the left. The knees fall to the right. The hips are stacked. The head falls away. Maybe we place some support underneath the right knee or underneath that left arm. Supporting the joints so that the muscles can surrender. Exhaling deeply through the mouth. Releasing the cross of the knee and placing the soles of the feet flat once again. We're going to find a neutral pelvis and separate the feet now to the side edges of the mat and then drop the knees from side to side. This creates like a windshield wiper motion. And as you can see, I'm individually moving the legs. The internally rotated leg opens up, the pelvis rocks, and the second leg follows. The internally rotated leg opens up, the pelvis rocks, and the second leg follows. Let gravity do the work. And consider turning your head in the opposite direction of the knees now. Deep breathing. Inhaling as you transition. Exhaling as you surrender to gravity. Inhaling as you transition, exhaling as you surrender to gravity. Inhaling to transition, and exhale to surrender. Last time. Slowly gathering the knees back to a neutral position and eventually taking them into the chest. We'll gently give them a hug, and if you feel comfortable, opening out into happy baby. Hands can grab ankles, big toes, or maybe even just hold the back of your calf muscles. Tailbone is dropping towards the earth. Let's release the head, maybe drop it from side to side. Make sure our neck is relaxed. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. One more time. Taking lion face, sticking out your tongue. Gathering your knees back in towards your chest. I'm going to invite you now to transition into a pose of Shavasana. If you have a prop nearby, that you can rest your knees or your lower leg bones on, or lift your knees with. You could even put your legs up. You can even put your knees or your lower leg bones up onto a chair or a couch. A little support for the legs helps to release a little bit more in the low back. Rotating the knees in towards each other also is going to help to find a little bit more neutrality for your hips and your low back. Let the arm bones rest at your side, and I invite you to drop into this sacred state of Shavasana for 3 minutes. Dropping away, letting the breath take you for a ride. Bones settling to Mother Earth, muscles melting, breath flowing freely now. Begin to deepen your breath. Allow your head to drop from side to side. Take your fingers and wrap them around the opposite shoulder blades and give yourself a little hug, breathing into the space between your shoulder blades, feeling it expand against the mat. Gathering your knees towards your body and slowly transitioning through a little fetal position, rolling to your side, and eventually taking care as you come to sit. Once again, I'll invite you to extend your arms overhead with a big breath in. Exhaling your palms together at your heart space. Dropping your chin to your chest and taking a moment to listen to the breath, to the heartbeat, to the quiet voice within. Lifting the head, I'll simply say, Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful day.